Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Daniel's son. I'm actually excited about doing this review today because I've had this fragrance for a while, and for some reason I've never done a review on it. But I'm actually excited to do a review on this. But I wanted to tell you something first. Today is my day off. Today is Sunday, October 20th, and I had the day off from work. And a few hours ago, I got so bored at home. I was like, oh, God, I want to just like go out, which I don't usually do. I want to stay home. But for some reason, I wanted to go out and look around. So I decided to go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and look around and see what kind of fragrances they have, which can be a big mistake for me going to a place that has fragrances because I tend to want to buy everything that I see. Um, but I went into TJ Maxx, and TJ Maxx here in Charleston sucks. So I went over to Marshall's, which is sort of right next door, and I started looking through their stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I can't believe they have this here." And I started like grabbing stuff and looking at them, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta have that too." And I had like 7 or 8 fragrances in my hand. I was getting ready to like go to the counter and like buy them. And then every time I go to Marshall's, this always happens. Logic comes into my head, and it's almost like I have God on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, and they're both like telling me, the devil saying, "Go ahead and get it, you need it, you gotta have it," and God saying, "No, you don't need it, you got plenty." But anyway, logic started coming into my head as usual, and it was like, dude, you have like 200 fragrances at home. You have like every kind of fragrance you could possibly imagine. You have fragrances just like these at home. It's like collecting dust in like the back of your cabinet. And as usual, I like moped on over to where I got them from and put them back, and I walked out without any fragrances. I almost like had a tear in my eye, and I was like, nah, man. I was like, man, I did the right thing, because man, I got so many fragrances. I don't need any more fragrances. I try to rotate my fragrances, but that's impossible because I have so many. So I was really proud of myself because I wanted all those fragrances that I saw at Marshall's, and I ended up putting them back. So I felt really good about that. But anyway, on with my review. I'm actually excited about doing a review on this because I love this fragrance so much. It is Guerlain Vetiver. Um, First of all, let me tell you what vetiver is. I know most people in the fragrance community know what vetiver is, but there's some people that might not know what vetiver is. Vetiver is actually a type of grass that originated from South India, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia, I believe. People use it for all different kinds of things other than perfumes and essential oils. People use it to make mats for their home. They use it to make huts. They use it for shades and blinds. They use it to weave baskets. It is used in folk medicine. It is used in folk magic. A lot of people believe, well, not a lot of people, I think some people believe that if you inhale the vetiver essential oil, that it will bring you positive things. It will bring you good luck and fortune, which I don't need. I don't need anymore because I am extremely fortunate and I have plenty, and it has nothing to do with money. So I already have my fortune. So this is not necessary as a folk magic to me. As far as I decided I wanted to start doing something in some of my reviews if I can find any. I'm going to start listing people, like famous people, like celebrities and stuff, that actually like and wear the fragrance that I'm actually reviewing. From what I understand, from what I've the information that I've gotten, the famous people, the celebrities who like this and wear this are Andy Garcia, which is an actor, Amy Bass, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Elle Macpherson, Harrison Ford, Isabel Toledo, Jodie Foster. John F. Kennedy actually wore this and had this in his collection. John Fairchild, which is a publisher, Paul McCartney, Michael Caine. So they all like Guerlain Vetiver and wear Guerlain Vetiver, or the people that are still alive anyway. This came out in 1961. The perfumer is Jean-Paul Guerlain. The notes to this are citruses, mandarin, coriander, spices, nutmeg, pepper, neroli, tobacco, vetiver, and tonka, and cedar. Now, let's get rid of these notes. The notes doesn't matter anymore. I'll tell you what I smell and what I get from it. There are a lot of fragrances that have a note in the fragrance that's actually included in the name of the fragrance, like Guerlain Vetiver, or a lot of fragrances have oud in the name, and so on. And what I found out, most of the time, if a fragrance has like an oud in the actual name of the fragrance, most of the time I don't even smell any oud. And just like with vetiver, if I have another fragrance that has vetiver in it, and I can't smell any vetiver whatsoever. So I was very pleased, and when I first started wearing this, that the vetiver was present in this from the opening all the way to the end of the dry down. So this is actually a vetiver dominant note. I mean, you can really detect this all the way through the life of the fragrance, which makes me very, very happy. Now, as far as the notes, I'll tell you what I get from it. There's different kinds of vetiver in fragrances. There's some vetivers that are a sort of a dark, dirty vetiver, like say Ancre Noir. So you have dirty vetivers, you have clean vetivers like Le Vetiver by Carvin, which I have. You have grassy, rooty vetivers. This to me is it's a semi-clean vetiver, and it's a very grassy, rooty vetiver. It's almost like a raw vetiver, which I really like. I like that smell. I like that green, grassy, rooty smell. So the dominant note in this is vetiver by far. And then the next thing, the next dominant accord or notes that I get is the spices. And the spices to me are, it's a warm, spicy accord. It's like a cinnamon, nutmeg, sort of a gourmand type of spices, almost like an allspice type of spices. That is in the background, but it's very prominent also. So the two main things I get in this is the clean, grassy, rooty vetiver, and the spices to give that vetiver some support. But it's such a beautiful combination. The grassy vetiver and the warm spices is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I really like this fragrance. And as far as the citruses, I don't really get any citruses from here. I might get a little tobacco and cedar in the dry down, but it's mainly the vetiver and the warm spices. And it's very masculine. And another thing I like about this fragrance is it has a sweetness to it, but the sweetness is minimal. It's not very sweet at all, but it's blended so well. The sweetness is blended so well. It's just enough sweetness to keep this fragrance from being dry, but that's it. and I like that. I really like that. There's some fragrances I don't like being like overly sweet, and this is not sweet at all. It's very, very masculine, but females, I think the way the notes to this and the way it's blended and composed, I think it's anybody can wear it. Females, um, I it seems like most females tend to like a lot of masculine fragrances anyway. So this is like, it is on the masculine side, but anybody can wear it, male or female. Um, the performance in this is um, a little bit above average, I would say, on longevity. It's given me a good full 8 hours, maybe plus. The projection is moderate. It's okay. It projects a few feet out, but that's about it. But it's actually a pretty decent performer too. Um, the bottle is actually pretty cool. I like the Guerlain bottles. Um, it's it's simplistic, but it's elegant. The cap fits very, very snug. The cap is plastic, but it feels satiny or silky. It's very smooth and it feels good. And I love the dark like color. It's like a dark forest green color. I really like that. But two huge thumbs up on this. I like Guerlain. I'm thinking about doing a top 10 Guerlain, and this would actually, this is right up there, getting close to number one. So I'm not going to say if it is number one or not, but I'm thinking about doing a my top 10 Guerlain fragrances. So I might do that in the near future. But anyway, huge thumbs up for this. I'll put the link in the description on where you can get this. I actually forgot to look before this review to find out how much it is. I think I got this for, it's fairly inexpensive. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just put the link in the description to Fragrancenet, where I get all my fragrances from, and but it's fairly inexpensive. This is a 2 ounce, I think. I'm not really sure, but you can get it for pretty cheap, and the quality is a Guerlain, which is very good. But anyway, that's it for my review. And what is this? Almost 13 minutes. That's okay. I don't worry about time anymore when I do my reviews. I just talk until I'm done. But anyway, I love you guys, and I hope everybody has a good Sunday and the following week. I hope everybody has a good time. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.